So welcome everybody to Tai Chi for Health. This is a class where we use the movements of Tai Chi and Qigong, which are two Chinese exercise systems, along with the principles of Tai Chi, which is also a martial art, to improve our health. We can improve our muscle strength, we can improve our flexibility, we can improve our balance, we can improve our mood, and hopefully along the way we can have a little bit of fun. You'll need a little space around you to move. If you're standing up, we're going to take a few steps in each direction. If you're sitting down, you don't have to take steps, and you can get a lot out of the class by sitting down. If you have any small animals, best keep them outside of your area so you don't trip on them, because I have only one rule, and that is don't fall down. So if you need to lean on something, or if you need to sit for a portion of the class or for the entire class, that's great. Just move what you can move and stay in your comfort zone. So with all that being said, we're going to get started. We're going to start by bringing our feet together as close as it's comfortable for you. We're just going to breathe. We're going to bring our hands to our lower abdomen so that as we inhale and exhale, we can actually feel if our belly is moving. I want you to breathe from the diaphragms, because when you inhale, the belly expands. When you exhale, it gets a little smaller. Inhale and exhale. What we're trying to do is stimulate the vagus nerve and the parasympathetic nervous system. Inhale and exhale. That lets us relax, but also lets the body repair damage, digest food, and let the body recuperate from life. Now I'm going to start moving a little bit. As we inhale, our arms float up. As we exhale, they float down. Give a little softening of the waist and knees. Do a little mini squat as we come down. Now, if my prompting the breath bothers you, just ignore me and breathe naturally. Do keep breathing. We're now going to bring our arms all the way up top and slowly, slowly down in front. So in this class, we do what's called a Tai Chi and Qigong flow. We're going to step out to the side so our feet are shoulder width apart. So you don't have to memorize anything. Just follow along. Be my mirror image. As we inhale, our hands float up chest high. And as we exhale, they gently float down. Again, doing that little mini squat. So I mentioned we're doing Qigong and Tai Chi movements with the principles of Tai Chi, and I want to talk about those principles just for a moment. I boil down the principles of Tai Chi, especially Tai Chi for health, as moving slowly and smoothly and continuously with a conscious understanding of the transfer of weight from foot to foot. I'll talk about that more later. But notice right now, we're just raising our hands up, lowering them down as we do a mini squat, doing the Tai Chi movement called open the door. We're now going to modify this movement, bringing our hands up to the heart level, raising it up to the ceiling, and then slowly coming down. The reason we move slowly is that it helps connect the brain and the body. It also gets antagonist muscles working against each other, so you sort of get a double workout. And it also lets us coordinate the breath with the movement. Inhale and exhale. This is the Qigong movement called Support the Sky Like a Pillar. We're now going to modify it. We're going to bring our hands up part way. Now one hand goes up while the other goes down. Inhale and exhale. And I want you to try to visualize that there's a cable running through your spine, and as your hands separate, they're stretching that cable so that you're stretching your spine. We're going to do a little leaning to the side. This is where I can mention we're transferring the weight from one foot to the other, but I want you to be very conscious of that weight transfer. Come back to this later. We're now going to reach out to the side as we do the Qigong movement. The dragon spreads its wings. That previous movement was connecting the earth and the sky. I always let us continue spreading our dragon's wings. There was a message on my screen that I had to clear. So at this point, we're shifting our weight from side to side, and we're leaning a little bit. But always stay in your comfort zone. So don't lean so far that you're in danger of falling. Now we're going to keep our arms in front of us as we swing the dragon's tail. Now, all of these movements that we're doing, slowly and smoothly, are getting our synovial joints lubricated. That synovial fluid in the joints is necessary not only to lubricate, but also to nourish the tissues of the joint. So the more we move, the healthier our joints become. We're now going to reach up to the side as we stretch the dragon's tail. Now we're going to stretch it more by bringing our back foot out. So we have all our weight on one foot and bring the other foot back a little bit. Now, if you want, you can step in different directions. You can step forward or backward, or you can even do a curtsy if you want. Why the dragon's curtsy? I'm not sure. We're now going to do some swinging. We're going to do a few more of these weight transfer movements. We're going to first bring one heel out in front of the body and then back. Now the other heel. And we're going to raise one hand over the foot, the other hand over the other foot. Now both hands over the foot. One is at the elbow of the other. This is the Tai Chi movement called play the pipa, or play the guitar. I'm going to do a few more of these balancy type of movements, continuing our swinging side to side. We're now going to bring one hand up in front of the face. Now we're going to add a foot movement. We're going to bring the foot in on the ball of the foot. Now we're going to raise the knee if we can. So this is the Tai Chi movement called the Golden Rooster, stands on one leg. We're going to go to the other side and do the same thing. So now the other hand comes up in front of the face. Bring the other foot in on the ball of the foot. So we're actually balancing on our rear foot or our standing leg. We're now going to raise the knee if we can, but don't fall down. So we now have had our golden rooster. We're going to do another bird balance movement. We're going to stop rocking and we're going to start flying. And we're going to do the movement called the Tai Chi movement called the crane. We're going to raise one foot off the floor as the arms come up. Now we're going to bring the hands all the way up top and get our foot off the floor if we can and go to the other side. So first we're going to raise the foot. I can do it better on one side than the other today. And now we're going to raise the hands all the way up top if we can. There we go. We're going to sink the chi, let Bob catch his breath a little bit. We're going to do a few more balance movements. This time we're going to start by holding a ball. Bring it to the other side. Now we're going to separate our hands as we rock. Now the separating of the hands, there's actually a Tai Chi energy called separating the hands. And this is an example of it. We're going to do a bunch of different examples today. But now we're going to bring our foot out on the ball of the foot, same side as the hand moving down. This is the Tai Chi movement called the white crane spreads its wings. So we're actually deflecting up and down if someone were trying to punch us or kick us. And we're bringing a foot out where we could kick them or stomp on them. We're now going to do the other side. So we're going to rotate that ball and separate our hands. Now we're going to bring our foot out, same side as the hand moving down. So our white crane has spread its wings. Previously, we did the crane, so this is the crane spreading its wings, perhaps to dry them off. We're going to come back to do a few balance movements later, but right now we're going to step into the corner. So we're going to step out and push up and away. As we do the Tai Chi movement called push-pull, or more often push the mountain. So we're shifting our weight from the back foot to the front foot, helping teach our brain where our body is in space. That's an important part of balance, and strengthening our leg muscles at the same time. We're going to do a few more movements into the corner. Right now, we're going to reach down toward the floor with our palms up. Bring our hands all the way up top and then down in front of our body as we do the Qigong movement called connecting the sea and the sky. We're going to sit back and we're going to go to the other side and push the mountain again. Now we're going to connect the sea and the sky. We're going to sit back. We're going to sink the chi. Now we're going to hug a big tree. We're going to inhale and our hands float out. Exhale they float down. And I think we're going to go up to the clouds. We were connecting the sea and the sky, so that gets water in the atmosphere, making clouds. We're now going to be waving our hands like clouds. At this point, we're shifting our weight from side to side, turning our torso as we shift. Our hands are moving up and down, but it looks like they're going side to side because of that torso shift. We're now going to step as we turn. We're going to go this way first. Step and step. That was our 2 steps in one direction. We're now going to go back the other direction. Step. And now I want to get back to talking about that 4th Tai Chi principle of conscious transfer of weight. Before you transfer your weight, you make sure your foot is stable. Now you transfer the weight, bring the other foot in. I'm going to go back and forth a few more times. The sideward movement is important for developing stability and balancing on one foot as you move the other foot gives you confidence in walking. So here we are up in the clouds. We're now going to close our fists, making storm clouds. We're going to do a few more movements here. First, we're going to bring one hand to the belly with the other above the head, looking over the belly hand shoulder, giving a little pause. And this is the Qigong movement called the tiger hugs its head. So pause has a double meaning. Now we're going to raise the foot under that shoulder, making it yet another balance movement. And we're going to go to the other side, do the same thing. So now the opposite hand goes above the head, the opposite hand at the belly, looking over that shoulder. Now we're going to raise the foot. I have to slow myself down. I tend to rush. Always been that way. So now we have hugged that tiger's head. We're going to step out to the corner and do a similar movement. So we're going to go to that corner first. Step out, look over the back shoulder as we ride the tiger. And this is a Tai Chi movement. It's a complex movement where we are pushing another person, hitting them. We're going to come back in. Or you can just visualize riding a tiger. Doesn't sound that fun to me, but we're going to do it on the other side now. So we're going to step out to the other corner, ride the tiger. Again, shifting the weight in different directions, teaching the brain and the body connection to give us more stability. We're going to come back in, open the hands. Now we're going to do another Tai Chi movement called the single whip. So we take one hand and make a hook. The other hand drifts away and turns the palm out. To add a foot movement to get more force, we can bring our foot in, step out as we strike and grab. Now we're going to modify this. We're going to widen our stance, bring this hand all the way up top, come down. As the hand moves down the leg, it moves away from the body. This is the Tai Chi movement called the snake creeps down, or the snake creeps through the grass. Let's do one more. Now we're going to release the hook, bring this hand all the way up and slide it down the leg. We're going to do what a Qigong movement called the dancing dragon. I guess the dragon did not like the idea of using a whip, so it's dancing to relax us. Now we're going to go back to the clouds. We're going to do the single whip to the other side. So the other hand makes a hook, and the other hand moves away and grabs. Adding the foot movement. Let's do one more. Now we're going to widen our stance, bring this hand all the way up, squat down only as far as it's comfortable for you. So it's called the snake creeps through the grass. In most people, the grass is shorter than their knee, but that's as far as I'm going today. We're going to release the hook, go back to the clouds. I think we're ready to go one notch higher. We're right in the clouds now. And next, we're going to go into space to the moon. So we're going to hold the moon. Before I called it a ball, now we're calling it the moon. We're going to take one hand away and we're going to toss the moon. Now we're going to bring that other hand back in, and it's going to go straight down toward the ground as the other hand rises slowly. And this is the Tai Chi movement called parting the wild horse's mane. If you want to step out farther to do it, that's good. Or always stay in your comfort zone. So just what's comfortable for you. One thing about the waving hands like clouds and parting the wild horse's mane, doing them slowly and rhythmically allows one to just continue mindlessly moving. I guess it's a mindful movement. So you can actually do a moving meditation. I guess mindless is the wrong word to use there. Just the opposite. Okay, we have now combed out that wild horse's mane. We're going to go to the other side and do the same thing to the other horse. So we're going to rotate our hands. First, we're going to toss the moon. I'm going to take a wider stance. Now we're going to bring the other hand in and part that wild horse's mane. To coordinate the breath, you inhale as you come back, exhale as the hands separate. We're going to step back in. We've got our moon in our hand. We're now going to take the moon for an orbit around the Earth, going into the corner again. So we're reaching into the corner and rotating around the Earth, first in one direction, and then in the other direction. We're going to come back in and go to the other side. Some planets have more than one moon. And back the other way. We're going to come in. We're going to do one more moon-related Tai Chi movement. We're going to hold the moon, bring our foot in. We're going to step out to the corner, rotate the moon, and push. So the hand that's on the bottom of the moon ends up at the top, palm facing out. The hand that was at the top of the moon pushes forward as if we're striking someone in the chest with our palm. This is the fair lady works the shuttle Tai Chi movement. I'm going to come back in, go to the other side, do the same movement. We always do all the movements, both sides. We don't want to end up with one set of muscles so big and the other so small. We're going to come back in. Now we're going to sync the chi. We're going to do a few breathing exercises. So we're going to bring the back of our hands together as we do this mini squat. As we inhale, the hands float up chest high, and then they come out to the side and gently come down. This is the Qigong movement called the fountain. Sort of looks like a fountain. And we can modify this and point our fingertips up as we come up, keep coming up, and now spiral our arms out as we do the Qigong movement called silk reeling. We're going to do one more of these. We'll do a few stretching movements now. We're going to bring our hands up and then down. Now we're going to come up on our toes as the arms go up and then down. And this is the Qigong movement called the wild goose rises. Yes, we're getting a lot of birds done today. Now we're going to widen our stance a bit. We're going to continue some rising movements. We're crossing our wrists as we come up, sort of making two big circles which intersect as we rise. And this is the Qigong movement called harmonizing yin and yang. And we're going to do one more exercise in this dimension. We're going to make gentle fists, bring our feet a little closer together. We're going to turn a big wheel. Now, the wheel can be as big as you want or as small as you want. So if you can only move like this, it's a small wheel. If you want to do a little knee bends, stretches, that's fine too. Then we're going to go back the other way as we turn the wheel. I think we've turned the wheel enough. So now we're going to sync the chi. We're going to do a few more corner movements. We're going to step out to that corner, bring our palms together as we reach forward, and now the palms separate, facing outward as we part the clouds. In the last few days, we've had a lot of rain, so parting the clouds gives us some sun. We're now going to reverse direction, bring the back of our hands together, and scoop downward as we roll back. This is the Qigong movement. The mama bear gathers her cubs. Now we're going to come forward, bringing our palms upward to the sky as we look up. And as we come backward, the palms face down and we do a bow, keeping our spine straight. To coordinate the breath, you inhale as you come up, exhale as you come down. As you do the Qigong movement called the butterfly. Inhale and exhale. Let's do one more. Now sit back, go to the other side, do the same set of movements. First, well, we're not pushing them out. We're parting the clouds, palms together and back. Now we're going to reverse the directions, bringing the back of our hands together and then scooping down. The spiraling of the joints gently helps with that lubrication of the joints. We've got a lot of joints in the hands here. I wanted to do a little more about that. Now we're going to do one more. We're going to do our butterfly. So we're coming forward, palms up as we look up, palms down as we come back and bow. I'm going to sit back, and I just decided I want to do a few more hand gripping exercises. There's a very classic hand gripping exercise we're going to do now. We're widening our stand into the horse stance, bringing our fists to our waist. And as we exhale, we're going to punch. And as we inhale, we're going to flare our fingers and twist our wrist, bringing the fist back. This is Punch with Fierce Face from the 8 Pieces of Brocade, a very old Qigong set of movements. And the idea of getting your fingers moving and your wrists moving is important. Some of us still open jars and use a can opener that requires hand strength. Opening that apple juice bottle is always hard for me. So practicing grip strength is useful. While we're in this position, we're also going to shoot the golden eagle, or we're going to be the archer. We cross our wrists. We imagine a bow, opening the bow, firing an arrow. We can add a little bit of a squat to get a little more juice in our knees so we can come down as we aim the bow and fire that arrow. Inhale as we come up, exhale as we shoot. Inhale as we come up, exhale as we shoot. Let's do one more set. Then we're going to get back with our feet shoulder width apart. We're going to do a few more of these gripping exercises. Turns out that the tiger claw is helping develop grip strength. We're going to do a few tiger exercises. First, we're going to reach down, come up to the midline, reach out in front of us with our tiger claws, bring our hands all the way up and down. And this is a classic Qigong movement called Embrace the Tiger, Return to the Mountain. And I hadn't previously thought about this grip strength utility of this movement, but Adam Potts has recently added a whole bunch of claw movements to his Tai Chi Qigong flows just to improve hand strength. We're going to come up, we're going to step out to the corner, and we're going to have the tiger lunge. Again with our tiger claws. And the one that I like most that he's just recently added is the tiger climbs the mountain. So one hand comes out and claws up, and the other hand comes up. Let's do one more. Go to the other side. So we're going to now step out the other way, and we're going to have the tiger lunge. And now we're going to have that tiger climb the mountain. I'm going to come back in. We have a couple more tiger movements we can do. We can bring our tiger claws in and pretend we have a gate that we're opening up. So we can inhale coming up, exhale as the tiger opens the gate. So there's a few more Qigong movements. They're always new Qigong movements. The next one we're going to do is a Tai Chi movement called Catch the Sparrow's Tail. We're going to start by holding a ball, bringing our foot in on the center step. It has four parts, so we'll do each of the four parts separately and then put them together. So we step out and ward off. It's sort of like parting the wild horse's mane, but the hand, instead of moving up toward the sky, moves straight parallel to the earth. It's as if we're pushing someone away. It's called ward off, and actually we have force coming from the back foot pressing into the earth and the body momentum moving forward. So that's warding off. The second part is called pull back. So we scoop all the way up to the shoulder level and arc down toward the floor. And in this, we're redirecting an opponent's momentum, redirecting it down toward the floor. Now, the third part is the press. So we bring our palms together, and as we lunge forward, we press our hands together. It's as if we're in a close quarters fight with someone, pushing them away, but it's pressing our hands together and pressing against them. And finally, we're going to push the mountain. So let's put those all together. Together, they're called Catch the Sparrow's Tail. So first we ward off, then we pull back, then we press, and then we push. To coordinate the breath, you inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. We'll do it one more time. Warding off, pulling back, press, and push. We're now going to go to the other side and do the same set of movements. So first, we ward off. Now, I haven't mentioned earlier in class, but as we're doing this ward off, notice that my body, the torso, is turning so that when I come backward and bend my back leg knee, I'm facing the same direction as the knee is going. And as I'm going forward, pushing a person away, my body is facing that direction, which is the same direction my knee is bending. That way you can hopefully avoid knee injury. So that's warding off. Next, we're going to pull back. So we scoop all the way up and come back. Again, turning the torso as we bend our knees in different directions. Third, press. Palms together, lunge. And finally, we're going to push the mountain. So the hands separate, we roll back and push. Again, as we bend the knee in different directions, we always face that direction. Let's put those all together. Ward off, pull back, press, and push. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last time. ward off, pull back, press, and push. Now we're going to sync the chi. We have time for another Tai Chi movement. This time we're going to bring our hands over to one side, bring our foot in. We're going to do our little dance. Hands coming down and up, in and out as we do a little mini knee bend. Now we're going to step out to that corner, and the hands will do the same movement, but we'll extend the movements. So the hand that was coming into the ear now pushes against an opponent. The hand that was coming down to the belly ends up next to the thigh, and it's called brush knee and push, the Tai Chi movement. Let's do one more. This time we're going to leave our hands on the opposite side, bring our other foot in, and do our dance on this side. Slow down a little bit. Now we're going to step out, brush knee and push. So all of these Tai Chi movements have martial arts applications, and they often have many different applications for the same set of movements. So practicing Tai Chi as a martial artist is useful in training the brain to automatically do coordinated movements between the body and the extremities. But for Tai Chi for health, we're just getting those joints lubricated and trying to relax as we do it. I'm going to come back in. I'm going to sync the chi. And got a few more minutes. Let's do another punch. But this time we're going to do a stepping and a punch. So far we've done some mindful movement steps to the side when we were doing our wave hands like clouds. Now we're going to take a mindful step forward as we throw a punch. So we're going to transfer the weight to one leg, bring the other leg up, stick the heel out, put the toe down, and now we're going to transfer the weight. Now we're going to go back the other way. So we're going to get all the weight on this foot, raise the other one, bring the toe back, the heel back, and now transfer the weight. Now we're going to throw a punch with that movement. So we transfer our weight to this foot, bring out our heel, put down our toe, throw the punch. If you want, you can flare your wrists and bring them back. Now the other side, transfer the weight to this leg, bring the heel out, the toe out, shift the weight, transfer the weight, punch. I like combining the punch and the flaring of the fingers. It's not usually how it's done, but it feels fun. I think we're ready for our centering exercise. We're going to bring our hands to our waist, palms up. And as we inhale, one hand goes slowly, slowly up. And as we exhale, it comes straight down the center line, always moving slowly and smoothly and continuously, as if there were a resistance to our movement by the air, getting those antagonistic muscles working opposite each other. Such a gentle movement, you can actually try to think of how you're breathing. Make sure you're still breathing from the diaphragm. And if you're breathing from the diaphragm, you should be relaxing, which in turn means your shoulders should not be rising up as you're raising your arm up. It rises a little bit, but don't scrunch all the way up just to try to touch the ceiling. You're just getting your arm to move gently. Now we're going to bring our feet back closer together, bring our hands to our lower abdomen, and see if we're doing that abdominal breathing. Feeling that belly expand as we inhale and get a little smaller as we exhale. You might want to close your eyes and imagine you're a bamboo tree in a gentle breeze, leaning slightly one direction and another, feeling your weight shift on your feet. You can use this moment to interrogate your body, see how it's doing. Does it feel a little warmer or colder than when we started? You have a little less aches and pains, or maybe a little more aches and pains. But try to get in touch with what you're feeling. We're going to open our eyes. We're going to take a big breath. So I want to thank you for participating in that Tai Chi Qigong flow. Now I'm going to do a few cool down exercises. They help delineate the beginning and the end of class from outside world. We're now going to start with one of my favorite exercises. It's called spinal cord breathing with a crunch. We're going to inhale and bring our shoulder blades together as we arch our back. As we come forward, curling the back, we bring our elbows together and do a crunch. To get a little more crunching of the abdomen, you can do a loud exhale. So we're going to do inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale, and exhale. And our last three cool down exercises are from Dr. Paul Lamb and the Tai Chi for Health Institute. The first one is tapping of the thighs. We've done a lot of squatting in class, so this helps get circulation back into those muscles. I like the feeling of the tapping so much, I do it everywhere. I need blood circulating, especially in my head. Second cool down exercise from Dr. Paul Lamb is tense and release. It's a modification of progressive relaxation. We're going to inhale and tense all the muscles that we can without pain, and then exhale, relaxing those muscles. So here we go. We're going to inhale and tense, exhale, relax. Inhale and tense, exhale, relax. Last time, inhale and tense, exhale, relax. And his third and final cool down exercise is that big breath. We're going to inhale and exhale. Again, trying to breathe from the diaphragm. Inhale and exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. So again, thank you for coming. I'm going to stop the recording. So feel free to unmute yourself and ask any questions or make any comments.
Thank you, Bob.